Welcome to Learnify English, the channel where you can practice English every day, improve your listening, and grow your vocabulary in the easiest way possible. Today, we have a very special lesson for you. The title of this video is Learn English Through True Stories. Improve listening and vocabulary. I want you to listen carefully, stay focused, and enjoy every moment of this lesson, because I will tell you real stories from life. And from these stories, you will learn new words, new expressions, and you will practice listening and speaking naturally. Before we begin, I have one small request for you. If you enjoy learning English with me, please like this video, leave a comment to share your thoughts, and most importantly, subscribe to Learnify English so you never miss a lesson. Every subscription helps me create more free lessons for you, and it helps you stay motivated on your English learning journey. Now, let's start with our first true story. Story 1. The Lost Wallet. I want you to imagine this situation. A young man was walking home from work. It was a normal evening. He was tired, and he just wanted to get home quickly. But then, something happened. As he crossed the street, he dropped his wallet without noticing. Inside the wallet, there was money, his ID card, and even his bus card. A few minutes later, another person, a woman, was walking in the same place. She saw the wallet on the ground. What do you think she did? Did she keep the wallet? Did she ignore it? Or did she try to return it? The truth is, she picked it up, looked around, and then she decided to find the owner. She opened the wallet and saw the man's ID card with his name and address. So, she walked to the nearest police station and gave the wallet to the police. Later that evening, the man realized he had lost his wallet. He was worried and upset. But then, the police called him. They said, "We have your wallet. Someone brought it here for you." He felt so happy and so lucky. The next day, he wrote a thank you note for the woman who returned his wallet. Vocabulary from the story. Now, let's look at some useful vocabulary from this story. I will say each word slowly, and I want you to repeat after me. Ready? Wallet. A small case where you keep money, cards, or IDs. Repeat. Wallet. Drop. To let something fall by accident. Repeat. Drop. Ignore. To not pay attention to something. Repeat. Ignore. Return. To give something back. Repeat. Return. Police station. A building where police officers work. Repeat. Police station. Upset, sad, or worried. Repeat. Upset. Lucky. When something good happens by chance. Repeat. Lucky. Great. Now, let's practice some sentences with these words. I will say a sentence, then pause, and I want you to repeat it after me. I keep my money in a wallet. Be careful. Don't drop your phone. Sometimes people ignore problems instead of solving them. Please return the book to the library. The police work at a police station. She was very upset after losing her keys. He felt lucky when he found $10 on the street. Comprehension practice. Now, let me ask you a few simple questions about the story. Listen carefully and try to answer. What did the young man drop? Who found the wallet? Where did the woman take the wallet? How did the man feel when he got the wallet back? Take a moment to answer in your mind. Or even better, say the answers out loud. The correct answers are: he dropped his wallet. A woman found the wallet. She took it to the police station. He felt happy and lucky. Reflection. What can we learn from this story? We learn that small acts of honesty can make a big difference. The woman could have kept the wallet, but she decided to do the right thing because of her choice. The man felt grateful and hopeful. And what about you? Have you ever lost something valuable and someone returned it to you? Or maybe you found something that did not belong to you. What did you do? Share your experience in the comments below. I love reading your stories, and I will try to reply to as many comments as possible. Practice activity. Now, let's do a little speaking practice together. I will say a sentence, and I want you to repeat it after me. Speak loudly and clearly, as if you are practicing in a real classroom. I lost my wallet. She found a wallet on the street. He was upset, but later he was happy. The woman returned the wallet to the police station. The man felt lucky. Excellent practice. Every time you repeat sentences, you improve your speaking muscles, your pronunciation, and your memory of new vocabulary. We will continue with another interesting story, and you will learn even more useful vocabulary and expressions. Remember, the more stories you listen to, the more natural your English will become. So, don't stop now. Let's move on to the next story together. Now let's move to another true story. This story is about a man who missed his train, but something unexpected happened because of it. Imagine this. A man woke up late one morning. He usually takes the 8 train to work, but that day, he overslept. He quickly got dressed, ran out of the house, and hurried to the train station. When he arrived, the 8:00 train had already left. He felt frustrated and upset. He thought, "Oh no, I will be late for work." So, he waited for the next train. It arrived at 8:30. He got on the train, sat down, and tried to calm himself. Later that day, when he arrived at work, he heard shocking news. The 8:00 train, the one he missed, had broken down in the middle of the journey. All the passengers had to wait inside the train for more than 2 hours before it was repaired. Suddenly, the man realized he was lucky. He thought it was bad to miss the train, but in the end, it saved him from being stuck for hours. What seemed negative at first became positive later. Vocabulary from the story. Now, let's look at some useful words and expressions from this story. Repeat after me, nice and clear. Oversleep, to sleep longer than you planned. Repeat. Oversleep, hurry, to move quickly because you don't have much time. Repeat. Hurry, miss, to not catch a bus, train, or opportunity. Repeat. Miss, frustrated, feeling upset or annoyed because something is not working the way you want. Repeat. Frustrated. Break down, when a machine or vehicle stops working. Repeat. Break down. Passengers, people who travel in a bus, train, plane, or car, but are not driving. Repeat. Passengers, journey, a trip from one place to another. Repeat. Journey. Sentences for practice. Let's practice some sentences together. I will say them slowly. Please repeat after me. I sometimes oversleep on weekends. Don't walk slowly. Please hurry or we will be late. She ran fast, but she still missed the bus. He was very frustrated when his computer stopped working. The car broke down on the highway. There were many passengers on the train. The journey from my home to school takes 30 minutes. Excellent! The more you repeat, the stronger your English becomes. Comprehension questions. Now, let's check your understanding. Answer these questions out loud if you can. Why did the man miss his train? How did he feel at first? What happened to the 8:00 train? Why did the man feel lucky in the end? Think for a moment. Ready? Let's check the answers. He missed the train because he overslept. He felt frustrated and upset. The 8:00 train broke down in the middle of the journey. He felt lucky because he avoided being stuck inside the broken train. Reflection. This story teaches us something important. Sometimes, when things do not go the way we expect, we feel upset or angry. But later, we may realize that it was actually good for us. In English, we often say, "Every cloud has a silver lining." This means that even bad situations can bring something good. Think about your own life. Have you ever been late for something but then realized it was actually better? Maybe you missed a bus, a meeting, or even an appointment, and later something positive came out of it. If you have, I want you to share your experience in the comments below. Your story might inspire other learners around the world. Practice activity. Now, let's do some speaking repetition together. I will say short sentences. Please repeat them loudly and clearly after me. I overslept this morning. He hurried to the train station. She missed the train. The car broke down on the road. The passengers waited inside. The journey was long. Fantastic. You are doing a great job. Every time you speak out loud, your English confidence grows. Connection to real life. This story also shows us how learning English through true stories is powerful. You are not only listening to grammar rules or vocabulary lists, you are experiencing real situations. These are situations you may face in your life: oversleeping, missing a bus, or waiting for a train. When you connect English with real life, it becomes easier to remember and use. So, keep listening carefully, repeat with me, and practice daily. Step by step, your English will become stronger, clearer, and more natural. We will continue with another true story, and this one is about an act of kindness on a rainy day. It will give you new vocabulary, new sentences, and another chance to practice your listening and speaking skills. Let's continue with another true story. This one is about kindness, something simple but very powerful. One rainy afternoon, a young woman was waiting at a bus stop. She didn't have an umbrella, and the rain was heavy. Her clothes were wet, and she was feeling cold and uncomfortable. Many people around her had umbrellas, but they walked past her without saying anything. Then, something beautiful happened. A stranger, an older man, walked toward her. He held a large umbrella, and he noticed that she was getting wet. Without hesitation, he moved closer and shared his umbrella with her. He smiled and said, "It's too wet to stand alone. Let's wait together." The young woman was surprised and grateful. They talked while waiting for the bus. The conversation was short, but it made her feel warm inside. When the bus arrived, she thanked him again and again. The man simply nodded, smiled, and walked away. This small act of kindness stayed in her memory for a long time. Later, she told her friends about it, and she decided that she also wanted to do kind things for strangers whenever possible. Vocabulary from the story. Now, let's learn some useful words and expressions from this story. Please repeat after me. Umbrella, a tool you use to protect yourself from rain or sun. Repeat. Umbrella, heavy rain, rain that falls strongly. Repeat. Heavy rain, wet, covered with water. Repeat. Wet, uncomfortable, not feeling good or relaxed. Repeat. Uncomfortable, stranger, a person you don't know. Repeat. Stranger. Grateful, feeling thankful. Repeat. Grateful. Kindness, the quality of being friendly and caring. Repeat. Kindness. Sentences for practice. Now let's practice some sentences with these words. I will read them slowly, and you repeat after me. I always carry an umbrella when it rains. There was heavy rain last night. My shoes are wet after walking in the puddle. This chair is very uncomfortable. A stranger helped me carry my bag. She was grateful for the gift. Kindness makes the world a better place. Excellent! Keep repeating these words until they feel natural to you. Comprehension questions. Let's check your understanding of the story. Listen carefully and answer out loud. Where was the young woman waiting? What was the weather like? Who shared an umbrella with her? How did the woman feel? What lesson did she learn from this experience? Take a moment to answer. Now let's check. She was waiting at a bus stop. It was raining heavily. A stranger, an older man, shared his umbrella. She felt surprised and grateful. She learned the importance of kindness and decided to help others too. Reflection. This story teaches us that kindness is powerful. Sometimes, a small action like sharing an umbrella can change someone's day. Even if you don't know the person, one simple kind gesture can leave a memory that lasts for years. When we practice English through true stories like this, we also practice real values. You are not just learning language, you are also learning life lessons. And that makes your learning deeper and more meaningful. Now, think about yourself. Has a stranger ever helped you when you needed it? Or have you ever done something kind for someone you didn't know? I would love to hear your experiences. Write them in the comments below. When you share, you also practice writing in English, which is great for your improvement. Practice activity. Now, let's practice speaking again. I will say short sentences, and I want you to repeat them with me. I don't have an umbrella. The rain is heavy. My clothes are wet. The chair is uncomfortable. A stranger smiled at me. I feel grateful today. Kindness is important. Wonderful. The more you say these sentences, the more confident you will become. Connection to real life. Why are these kinds of stories so powerful for English learning? Because they are simple, real, and emotional. When you listen to real events, your brain remembers the vocabulary more easily. You are not just learning words. You are connecting them with feelings and images. That's why learning English through true stories is one of the best methods to improve listening and vocabulary. So, remember to repeat often, listen again, and speak the sentences out loud. Every time you do, you make your English stronger. We will continue with another true story. This one is about a mistake that became a big opportunity. It will give you new words, useful sentences, and more speaking practice. Sometimes, mistakes feel terrible. We feel embarrassed, worried, or even angry at ourselves. But sometimes, mistakes can open new doors. Let me tell you a true story about this. There was a young man who worked in an office. He was new at his job and wanted to impress his boss. One day, his boss asked him to send an important email to a client. The young man was nervous but wanted to do well. He wrote the email quickly and sent it. But a few minutes later, he realized he had sent the email to the wrong person. Instead of the client, he sent it to another company. He felt shocked and embarrassed. He thought, "Oh no, my boss will be angry. Maybe I will lose my job." He immediately went to his boss and admitted the mistake. The boss was serious but calm. Instead of shouting, he said, "Mistakes happen. The important thing is how you fix them." The young man quickly contacted the client, explained the situation, and then sent the correct email. Here's the interesting part. The company that accidentally received the email was curious. They read the email and realized that the office provided services they also needed. Later, they contacted the boss and became a new customer. So, the young man's mistake actually created an opportunity. He was surprised, and his boss even thanked him for handling the mistake honestly. Vocabulary from the story. Let's look at some useful vocabulary. Please repeat after me. Office, a place where people work. Repeat. Office. Client, a person or company who receives services. Repeat. Client. Embarrassed, feeling shy or ashamed about something wrong. Repeat. Embarrassed. Admit, to say the truth about a mistake. Repeat. Admit. Fix, to repair or correct something. Repeat. Fix. Opportunity, a chance for something good. Repeat. Opportunity. Honest, always telling the truth. Repeat. Honest. Sentences for practice. Now, let's practice with sentences. Repeat after me. My father works in an office. The company has many clients. She felt embarrassed when she made a mistake. You should admit if you do something wrong. We need to fix the problem quickly. This is a great opportunity for success. He is an honest person. Very good. Keep repeating these sentences out loud until you feel comfortable with them. Comprehension questions. Now let's check your understanding of the story. Answer out loud if you can. Where did the young man work? What mistake did he make? How did he feel after the mistake? What did his boss say? What happened with the company that received the email by mistake? Now, let's check the answers. He worked in an office. He sent the email to the wrong person. He felt embarrassed and worried. His boss said mistakes happen, but it is important to fix them. The other company became a new customer. Reflection. This story shows us something very important. Mistakes are not the end of the world. In fact, sometimes mistakes can bring new opportunities. The key is to admit the mistake, stay calm, and try to fix it. Being honest is always better than hiding your errors. Think about your own experience. Have you ever made a mistake in school, work, or daily life, but later realized it wasn't as bad as you thought? Maybe something positive even came out of it. Share your story in the comments below. Your experience can encourage other learners who are afraid of mistakes. Practice activity. Now, let's practice some short sentences together. Repeat after me. I work in an office. The client is very important. I was embarrassed yesterday. Please admit your mistake. Let's fix the problem. This is a new opportunity. Always be honest. Excellent. Every repetition makes your English stronger. Connection to learning English. This story is also connected to learning English. Many learners feel embarrassed when they make mistakes in English. Maybe you say a word incorrectly, or you use the wrong grammar. But remember this: mistakes are not failures. Mistakes are opportunities to learn. Every time you make a mistake in English, you discover what you need to improve. And if you are honest with yourself and keep practicing, your English will become better and better. So don't be afraid of mistakes, embrace them. We will continue with another story. This one is about a traveler who got lost but discovered something amazing. It will give you new vocabulary, useful sentences, and more speaking practice. The traveler who got lost. Traveling is exciting, but sometimes unexpected things happen. Getting lost can feel scary, but it can also lead to wonderful discoveries. Let me tell you a true story about a traveler. A young woman was traveling alone in a foreign city. She loved exploring new places, taking pictures, and meeting people. One afternoon, she decided to walk through the old streets of the city. The buildings were beautiful, and the small shops were full of interesting things. She walked and walked, enjoying every moment. But after some time, she realized she didn't know where she was. She looked around and couldn't recognize the streets. She had left her map at the hotel, and her phone battery was almost empty. She felt nervous and thought, "Oh no, I am lost." She tried asking a few people for directions, but they didn't speak her language well. Finally, An older woman selling fruit noticed her confusion. The woman smiled, walked up to her, and tried to help, even though they didn't share the same language. They used simple words and gestures. The fruit seller pointed the way back toward the city center. The traveler followed her directions and, on the way, discovered a small hidden cafe. It was quiet, charming, and served the best local dessert she had ever tasted. She realized that if she hadn't gotten lost, she would never have found this little cafe. Later, when she returned to her hotel, she felt happy and grateful. What started as a problem turned into a special memory. Vocabulary from the story. Let's learn some useful words from this story. Repeat after me. Traveler, a person who goes to new places. Repeat. Traveler, foreign, from another country. Repeat. Foreign. Street, a road in a town or city. Repeat. Street. Recognize, to know something when you see it. Repeat. Recognize. Confusion, a state of not knowing what to do. Repeat. Confusion. Gesture, a movement of the hands or body to show meaning. Repeat. Gesture. Dessert, sweet food eaten after a meal. Repeat. Dessert. Sentences for practice. Now let's practice with these words and sentences. Please repeat after me. The traveler visited 5 countries last year. I want to study in a foreign country. The shop is on Main Street. I can recognize her face, but I don't know her name. There was a lot of confusion after the train stopped. He used a hand gesture to say hello. My favorite dessert is chocolate cake. Very good. Say these sentences out loud more than once to make them natural for you. Comprehension questions. Let's see if you remember the story. Try to answer these questions. Where was the young woman traveling? What problem did she face? Who helped her? How did they communicate? What special place did she discover? Now, let's check the answers. She was traveling in a foreign city. She got lost in the streets. An older woman selling fruit helped her. They used simple words and gestures. She discovered a hidden cafe with a delicious dessert. Reflection. This story shows us that getting lost is not always bad. Sometimes, when we are lost, we find new places and experiences we never planned. Life is like that too. Even if things don't go as expected, we can discover something good if we stay calm and open-minded. This also connects with learning English. Sometimes you may feel lost when you don't understand everything. But if you keep going, asking questions, and practicing, you will discover new words, new expressions, and new confidence. So, remember, don't be afraid of getting lost, whether in travel or in English learning. It can lead you to beautiful discoveries. Practice activity. Now let's repeat some short sentences together. Say them clearly after me. I am a traveler. She is from a foreign country. This is a long street. I don't recognize this place. There was confusion at the station. He made a funny gesture. I love eating dessert. Wonderful. Your speaking is improving step by step. Connection to real life. When you travel, when you study, or when you meet new people, English can help you, even if you don't speak the same language. Sometimes a simple English word, a smile, or a gesture is enough to communicate. That is why English is so important. It connects you with the world. So, keep practicing with me. Each story gives you not just new words, but also new confidence to use English in real life. We will move on to another story. This one is about a child who showed great courage in a small situation. It will teach you useful vocabulary and give you another chance to practice. The child's courage. Courage is not only found in big moments like wars or dangerous adventures. Sometimes, courage appears in small, everyday situations. Let me share with you a true story of a child who showed courage in a simple but powerful way. One afternoon, a group of children were playing in a schoolyard. They were running, laughing, and enjoying their time. Suddenly, one child fell and hurt his knee. He started crying loudly. The other children stopped playing and watched, but most of them didn't know what to do. Some looked worried. Some just stood quietly. Then, a little girl, only 7 years old, walked toward the boy. She bent down, took out a small tissue from her pocket, and gently wiped his tears. She told him softly, "It's okay. Don't be afraid. We will call the teacher." She helped him stand up and slowly walked with him to the teacher. The teacher praised the girl for being brave and kind. Later, the boy's parents also thanked her. Even though she was small, she showed courage by helping when everyone else stayed still. Vocabulary from the story. Now, let's learn some useful words from this story. Repeat after me. Courage, the ability to be brave in a difficult situation. Repeat. Courage. Schoolyard, the open space outside a school where children play. Repeat. Schoolyard. Hurt, to feel pain or be injured. Repeat. Hurt. Tissue, soft paper used for wiping the face or cleaning. Repeat. Tissue. Tear, a drop of water from the eye when you cry. Repeat. Tear, brave, not afraid to face difficulties. Repeat. Brave, gentle, kind and soft in actions or words. Repeat. Gentle. Sentences for practice. Let's practice these words in sentences. Please repeat after me. He showed courage when he spoke in front of the class. The children played in the schoolyard. She hurt her hand while cooking. Do you need a tissue? A tear rolled down his cheek. The firefighter was very brave. She spoke in a gentle voice. Great job. Repeat them again later to make them stick in your memory. Comprehension questions. Now let's check your understanding of the story. Try to answer these questions out loud. Where were the children playing? What happened to one of the children? What did the little girl do? How did the teacher react? Why was the girl considered courageous? Let's check the answers. They were playing in the schoolyard. One child fell and hurt his knee. The little girl gave him a tissue, comforted him, and helped him go to the teacher. The teacher praised her for being brave and kind because she took action while others stayed still. Reflection. This story reminds us that courage is not only about facing big dangers. Sometimes courage is as simple as standing up, helping someone, or saying kind words when others stay quiet. Even children can show courage, and their actions can inspire adults. Learning English also requires courage. Many learners feel shy or nervous about speaking. They worry about mistakes or about people laughing at them. But just like the little girl, if you show courage and speak anyway, you will grow stronger. Every word you speak in English builds your confidence. Practice activity. Let's practice speaking together. Repeat after me. Courage is important. The children are in the schoolyard. I hurt my hand. Please give me a tissue. A tear is on her face. He is a brave man. She has a gentle smile. Excellent. Keep speaking with confidence. Connection to real life. When you meet new people, when you practice English, or when you try something new, remember this story. Courage doesn't mean you are not afraid. Courage means you act even if you feel afraid. This is how you will succeed in English and in life. So, whenever you feel shy about speaking English, remember the little girl in the schoolyard. She was small, but her action was big. You can also take small but brave steps in your learning journey. We will move on to another story. This one is about an unexpected friendship that started with a small accident. It will give you fresh vocabulary, sentences, and another chance to practice. The unexpected friendship. Friendship often begins in surprising ways. Sometimes it starts with laughter, sometimes with help, and sometimes even with a mistake. Let me share with you a story about how an accident created a new friendship. One morning, a boy named Daniel was walking to school. He was carrying a backpack full of books. As he entered the classroom, he tripped on the edge of the carpet and fell. His books and papers flew all over the floor. Everyone in the class looked at him, and Daniel felt embarrassed. Most of the students started laughing, but one boy, Alex, stood up and quickly helped Daniel gather his books. He smiled and said, "Don't worry, it happens to everyone." Daniel looked at him and felt grateful. From that day on, Daniel and Alex started talking. They discovered they both loved football, video games, and drawing. They began sitting together at lunch, helping each other with homework, and sharing stories. The accident, which at first seemed like something bad, actually gave Daniel a best friend, vocabulary from the story. Let's learn some useful words from this story. Repeat after me. Accident, something that happens by mistake. Repeat. Accident. Backpack, a bag carried on the back. Repeat. Backpack. Trip, to fall or almost fall because your foot hit something. Repeat. Trip. Embarrassed, feeling shy or uncomfortable in front of others. Repeat. Embarrassed. Grateful, feeling thankful. Repeat. Grateful. Discover, to find out something new. Repeat. Discover. Friendship, the relationship between friends. Repeat. Friendship. Sentences for practice. Now let's practice these words in sentences. Repeat after me. She had a small accident on the road. His backpack is very heavy. Be careful. Don't trip on the stairs. He felt embarrassed when he forgot the answer. I am grateful for your help. They discovered a new restaurant. True friendship lasts forever. Comprehension questions. Let's check your understanding of the story. Answer these questions out loud if you can. What happened to Daniel when he entered the classroom? How did most students react? Who helped Daniel? What did Daniel and Alex discover? What grew from this accident? Now let's see the answers. He tripped and dropped his books. Most students laughed. Alex helped Daniel pick up his books. They discovered they both loved football, video games, and drawing. A new friendship grew. Reflection. This story shows us that even a mistake or an accident can bring something good. Many times in life, we focus on the bad part of an event, like falling or being embarrassed. But sometimes, those moments open the door to something wonderful. Friendship is one of the most valuable things in life. It gives us support, joy, and memories. Just like Alex showed kindness, we should also be ready to help others. Small actions can lead to big connections. Learning English can also create unexpected friendships. Maybe you meet someone in class, in an online group, or even while traveling. A small conversation can turn into a long friendship. English is not just a language, it is a bridge to connect people. Practice activity. Let's practice speaking. Repeat after me. It was an accident. My backpack is heavy. Don't trip on the chair. I feel embarrassed. I am grateful for today. We discovered something new. Friendship is important. Well done. The more you repeat, the more confident you become. Connection to real life. Think about your own life. Have you ever met a friend in an unexpected way? Maybe you dropped something and someone helped you. Maybe you were shy and someone smiled at you. These small moments can change everything. In English learning, Don't be afraid of accidents or mistakes. Sometimes, a mistake can start a conversation, bring laughter, and help you connect with people. Mistakes are not the end. They are the beginning of learning and maybe even friendship. We will learn about a kind stranger who made a big difference with one small action. The kind stranger. Kindness is powerful. Sometimes, even a small act of kindness can change someone's day or even their life. Let me share a story about a kind stranger. One rainy afternoon, a girl named Mia was standing at a bus stop. She had no umbrella, and her clothes were getting wet. She looked uncomfortable and cold. Suddenly, an older woman walked by. She saw Mia and immediately stopped. The woman opened her umbrella wide and said, "Come, stand under my umbrella." Mia was surprised. She didn't know this woman at all. She smiled and said, "Thank you so much." The woman replied, "It's nothing. I know what it feels like to stand in the rain." They stood together until the bus arrived. Mia felt warm, not only because she was dry, but because someone cared. She never forgot that simple moment. From that day, Mia promised herself, whenever she saw someone in need, she would help, just like the kind stranger. Vocabulary from the story. Let's learn some new words. Repeat after me. Kindness. Being good and caring toward others. Repeat. Kindness. Stranger. A person you don't know. Repeat. Stranger. Umbrella. Something that protects you from rain. Repeat. Umbrella. Uncomfortable. Not feeling good or relaxed. Repeat. Uncomfortable. Surprised. Feeling something unexpected. Repeat. Surprised. Promise. To say you will definitely do something. Repeat. Promise. Need. Something important that a person must have. Repeat. Need. Sentences for practice. Now let's use these words in sentences. Repeat after me. Kindness makes the world better. A stranger smiled at me. She bought a new umbrella. My shoes are wet. I feel uncomfortable. He was surprised by the gift. I promise to help you. We must help people in need. Comprehension questions. Let's check your understanding of the story. Where was Mia standing? Why was she uncomfortable? Who helped her? What did the woman use to help Mia? What did Mia promise herself? Here are the answers. She was standing at a bus stop because it was raining and she had no umbrella. An older woman, a stranger, helped her. The woman used her umbrella. Mia promised to help others in need. Reflection. This story reminds us that kindness doesn't have to be big or expensive. A smile, a kind word, or sharing an umbrella can make a person feel seen and cared for. In our busy lives, it's easy to walk past others without noticing. But when we stop, even for a moment, we can make a big difference. English is also a tool for kindness. When you learn English, you can say kind words to people from many countries. You can encourage them, help them, and share your kindness through language. Practice activity. Repeat these sentences with me. Kindness is free. The stranger helped me. I have an umbrella. I feel uncomfortable in the rain. She was surprised by his kindness. I promise to study English every day. We must help people in need. Excellent practice. Connection to real life. Think about a time when a stranger helped you. Maybe someone gave you directions, held the door open, or shared something with you. How did you feel? Now, think about how you can be that stranger for someone else. You don't need to do something big. Even saying hello or have a nice day can brighten someone's mood. Remember, kindness is a universal language. Everyone understands it, no matter where they come from or what language they speak. We will read about a challenge that became a lesson. The challenge. Life is full of challenges. Sometimes, we feel scared. Sometimes we want to give up. But every challenge can teach us something important. Let me tell you about a boy named Leo. Leo wanted to join his school's swimming team. But there was one problem. He didn't know how to swim well. His friends told him, "It's too hard. You can't do it." Leo felt nervous, but he still wanted to try. He signed up for swimming practice. The first day was difficult. He swallowed water. He was tired. He almost cried. But instead of quitting, Leo made a decision. I will practice every day. I will not give up. Day by day. He practiced. He kicked his legs. He moved his arms. He learned how to float. Slowly, he became better. After 2 months, Leo joined his first swimming race. He didn't win first place. He didn't win second place. But he finished the race. Leo felt proud. He learned something. The real victory was not winning. It was not giving up. Vocabulary from the story. Let's learn some new words. Repeat after me. Challenge. Something difficult to do. Repeat. Challenge. Scared. Afraid. Repeat. Scared. Quit. To stop trying. Repeat. Quit. Practice. To do something many times to get better. Repeat. Practice. Float. To stay on the surface of water. Repeat. Float. Victory. Winning or success. Repeat. Victory. Proud. Happy because of your effort. Repeat. Proud. Sentences for practice. Now let's use these words in sentences. Repeat after me. Learning English is a challenge. She was scared of the dark. Don't quit, keep trying. I practice English every day. The leaf can float on the water. The team celebrated their victory. He felt proud of his work. Comprehension questions. Let's check your understanding. What did Leo want to do? Why was it difficult for him? What decision did he make? Did he win the race? What lesson did he learn? Here are the answers. He wanted to join the school's swimming team because he didn't know how to swim well. He decided to practice every day and not give up. No, he did not win. He learned that the real victory was not giving up. Reflection. Leo's story teaches us that challenges are not something to fear. They are opportunities to grow. When we face something hard like learning English, we might feel tired or frustrated. But if we keep going, step by step, we will improve. Remember, the goal is not always to be the best. The goal is to be better than yesterday. Practice activity. Repeat these sentences with me. This is a challenge for me. I feel scared, but I will try. I will not quit. I practice English every day. The boat can float on the water. Small victories matter. I feel proud when I try my best. Great work. Connection to real life. Think about a challenge in your life. Maybe it was learning a new skill, moving to a new place, or starting something new. How did you feel at first? Scared. Nervous. Now, think about what happened after you tried. Did you learn something? Did you feel stronger? Challenges are teachers. They show us what we are capable of. They remind us that we are stronger than we think. A dream for the future. Everyone has a dream. A dream gives us hope. A dream gives us energy. A dream tells us why we wake up every morning. Let me tell you about a girl named Anna. Anna lived in a small town. Her family did not have much money. Sometimes, life was very hard. But Anna had a dream. She wanted to become a doctor. Why a doctor? Because she wanted to help people. She saw many sick people in her town. Some could not pay for medicine. Some could not see a doctor. Anna wanted to change that. When Anna was in school, she studied very hard. She read books. She asked questions. She stayed late after class. Some friends told her, "It's impossible. It's too difficult." But Anna believed in her dream. She told herself, if I work hard every day, I can do it. Years passed. Anna finished school. She passed the exams. One day, she finally entered medical school. Her dream came true not because it was easy, but because she never gave up. Vocabulary from the story. Let's learn some new words. Repeat after me. Dream. Something you hope to do or achieve. Repeat. Dream. Hope. A positive feeling about the future. Repeat. Hope. Doctor. A person who helps sick people. Repeat. Doctor. Medicine. Something people take when they are sick. Repeat. Medicine. Impossible. Something that cannot be done. Repeat. Impossible. Believe. To trust or feel sure about something. Repeat. Believe. Achieve. To succeed in reaching a goal. Repeat. Achieve. Sentences for practice. Now repeat these sentences after me. My dream is to speak English fluently. Hope gives us strength. The doctor helps many people. This medicine makes me feel better. Nothing is impossible if we try. I believe in myself. She achieved her goal. Comprehension questions. Let's check your understanding of the story. What was Anna's dream? Why did she want to become a doctor? What did her friends say? What did Anna believe? What finally happened to her dream? Here are the answers. Her dream was to become a doctor because she wanted to help people in her town. They said it was impossible. She believed that if she worked hard, she could do it. She achieved her dream and entered medical school. Reflection. Anna's story is about hope and courage. Dreams are not easy. They require effort, sacrifice, and time. But dreams are possible when we believe in ourselves and keep moving forward. Learning English can also be your dream. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to study abroad. Your dream is possible if you keep practicing every day. Remember, every small step brings you closer to your big goal. Practice activity. Let's practice together. Repeat these sentences slowly. I have a dream. My dream gives me hope. Nothing is impossible. I believe in myself. I will achieve my goal. Say them again, but this time louder and stronger. Imagine you are telling the world your dream. Connection to real life. Think about your own dream. What do you want to achieve in the future? Do you want to be a teacher, a doctor, a business owner, or maybe you simply want to speak English with confidence? Write your dream in the comments below. Sharing your dream can inspire others, and when you share it, it becomes stronger. Closing message. You have now listened to many true and inspiring stories. Each story gave you new words, sentences, and lessons. But more importantly, each story gave you motivation. Remember, keep listening, keep repeating, keep believing. This is how you will improve your English. The kind stranger. Kindness is powerful. Sometimes, even a small act of kindness can change someone's day or even their life. Let me share a story about a kind stranger. One rainy afternoon, a girl named Mia was standing at a bus stop. She had no umbrella, and her clothes were getting wet. She looked uncomfortable and cold. Suddenly, an older woman walked by. She saw Mia and immediately stopped. The woman opened her umbrella wide and said, "Come, stand under my umbrella." Mia was surprised. She didn't know this woman at all. She smiled and said, "Thank you so much." The woman replied, "It's nothing. I know what it feels like to stand in the rain." They stood together until the bus arrived. Mia felt warm, not only because she was dry, but because someone cared. She never forgot that simple moment. From that day, Mia promised herself, whenever she saw someone in need, she would help, just like the kind stranger. vocabulary from the story. Let's learn some new words. Repeat after me. Kindness, being good and caring toward others. Repeat. Kindness. Stranger, a person you don't know. Repeat. Stranger. Umbrella, something that protects you from rain. Repeat. Umbrella. Uncomfortable, not feeling good or relaxed. Repeat. Uncomfortable. Surprised, feeling something unexpected. Repeat. Surprised. Promise, to say you will definitely do something. Repeat. Promise. Need, something important that a person must have. Repeat. Need. Sentences for practice. Now let's use these words in sentences. Repeat after me. Kindness makes the world better. A stranger smiled at me. She bought a new umbrella. My shoes are wet. I feel uncomfortable. He was surprised by the gift. I promise to help you. We must help people in need. Comprehension questions. Let's check your understanding of the story. Where was Mia standing? Why was she uncomfortable? Who helped her? What did the woman use to help Mia? What did Mia promise herself? Here are the answers. She was standing at a bus stop because it was raining and she had no umbrella. An older woman, a stranger, helped her. The woman used her umbrella. Mia promised to help others in need. Reflection. This story reminds us that kindness doesn't have to be big or expensive. A smile, a kind word, or sharing an umbrella can make a person feel seen and cared for. In our busy lives, it's easy to walk past others without noticing. But when we stop, even for a moment, we can make a big difference. English is also a tool for kindness. When you learn English, you can say kind words to people from many countries. You can encourage them, help them, and share your kindness through language. Practice activity. Repeat these sentences with me. Kindness is free. The stranger helped me. I have an umbrella. I feel uncomfortable in the rain. She was surprised by his kindness. I promise to study English every day. We must help people in need. Excellent practice. Connection to real life. Think about a time when a stranger helped you. Maybe someone gave you directions, held the door open, or shared something with you. How did you feel? Now, think about how you can be that stranger for someone else. You don't need to do something big. Even saying hello or have a nice day can brighten someone's mood. Remember, kindness is a universal language. Everyone understands it, no matter where they come from or what language they speak. Thank you for watching this video until the end. If you enjoyed learning with me today, please give this video a like, write your dream in the comments, and subscribe to our channel Learnify English for more inspiring lessons. Together, we will keep learning English, step by step, story by story, until your dream comes true.